Hello everyone, welcome to this week's question and answer video. My name's David, I'm a life coach. I do these videos every single Monday to try to help you guys heal from your traumas. One of the best ways to heal, the beginnings to heal, is to start understanding what happened to you so it's not so traumatic. Okay, let's start finding out answers to your questions. Ask me anything you want, please. There's no such thing as a bad question. I don't care how repetitive the questions are. If people have asked me 100 times already, you guys need to hear this over and over again. And hopefully I can provide some beneficial answers for you. If you think that what I'm doing here is benefiting you and you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you very much for that. And you can vote on my videos, up or down, little thumbs up and down there. And you can tell me why in the comment section. You can ask me questions, tell us your locations. You can share this video with other people, and you can put it in a playlist if you want to help me. Thank you very much. So I like to recommend something every week for you guys to help with your trauma, whether that's something to help you sleep or with anxiety or just to learn, to understand, books, authors, stuff like this. This week, I'm recommending what I think looks like a really, really good book. Lots of good feedback from this, and it just seems like it dives into the kind of things that I do in my videos. It's called Healing the Fragmented Cells of Trauma Survivors, Overcoming Internal Self-Alienation. It's by Janina Fisher. Anyone's ever read this book? It's a pretty popular book. Anyone's ever read it? Please let me know what you think. If you guys do read it, let me know what you think. Give me feedback. I'd appreciate that for the future. The link to this will be down below in the description box. And of course, it's to Amazon. I usually do that. This book says, Healing the Fragmented Cells of Trauma Survivors integrates a neurobiologically informed understanding of trauma, dissociation, and attachment with a practical approach to treatment, all communicated in straightforward language, accessible to both client and therapist. And I like this because that has so much to do with trauma. Trauma means that we have blocked out memories, we have dissociated so much, we don't have a stable sense of who we are, we may have compromised who we are, things like this, sacrificed and numbed. And we need to know what happened, what was going on during this trauma, what led up to this trauma, and how do we not experience this again. So I really like this. It says readers will be exposed to a model that emphasizes resolution, a transformation in the relationship to one's self, replacing shame, self-loathing, and assumptions of guilt with compensation or compassionate acceptance. So it just seems really good. I'm really promoting a book a lot that I haven't read yet. I plan on getting this and reading it though. And it just goes over the real basics. Simple explanations is what it's claiming. The relationship to yourself. I get a lot of people saying, David, I want to be my old me again. I want my old self back. And no, you don't. Your old self got you in a hell of a lot of trouble, and that's why you are here now. And so we are going to be a new self. We're going to be the self that we were always meant to be, that we didn't get help doing this from our caretakers. Replacing shame and guilt, because shame and guilt follow trauma, period. Self-loathing and assumptions of guilt with compassionate acceptance, and learning to accept other people and accept ourselves. So just good stuff here, it sounds like. And again, the link is down below in the description box. Okay, that's enough of the book. Let's get into the questions. And all I ask you guys, please give us your locations. Please let us know where you're from. You can be very general. Thank you for that. Hello, David. Love your channel. Hello. And this is Whoopi Middleman from California. Question. A long-term platonic male friend suddenly asked me to be friends with benefits. I think we've all had somebody want that with us, right? After I said no to him, he said he's half joking. Just kidding. He had asked me to be his girlfriend in the past, and he's been sending mixed messages. He said, I don't get it. He says, I'm hot, blah, blah, blah. How to tell him to F off and stop wasting my time in a nice way. It's only because he helped me out last year when I was in crisis. Thank you. And I asked you, because I wasn't sure exactly what you wanted, so I asked you, and you told me, and you said you basically just want to tell him goodbye, and just tell him goodbye. Closure. We need closure. Closure is not just for the person. So you're not just giving him closure, and you guys aren't just giving sick, toxic people who hurt you really bad closure. You're giving it to yourself by doing this. You're representing who you are. And if you value respect and honesty and integrity, then we give people closure when we end relationships and we tell them the truth. So you can tell them the truth, and I would find a way to do it respectfully. If you value respect and honesty, do it. Tell them. Say, I'm in the best model I always go by is just tell people how you feel and ask for what you want. Okay? So write down emotions. How does this relationship make you feel? Does it make you feel irritated, annoyed, frustrated, mad, angry, hurt, sad, scared? Write them all down. Say, this relationship with you makes me have all these emotions. I do not wish to have a relationship with you any longer. I don't want to be friends anymore, okay? And if you want to know why I feel this way, it's because of some of the things that you've done, and I've asked you not to, and you've done it before, whatever it is, okay? And you tell them what you want. I don't want to continue this relationship anymore, and I'm sorry. You know, I know it sounds easy when I say it, and it does get easier. The more you get used to having boundaries and practicing boundaries and limits and holding people to your standards and things like this, it just gets easier and easier. And it's a good place to start right here. Okay, good luck. Just remember to stay in front of you what you want, because if he's very manipulative, he'll say, oh, well, what, you know, I'm sorry, I told you I won't do that anymore, and I'm going to therapy, and I quit drinking, so I'm a totally different person now, and hey, you know, I can be that person you want to be. And so just stick to what you want, okay? And don't forget. There's a lot of other things I do with my clients, like, you know, what do you want in a relationship with this person? And this, you already know it's over. What are they capable of giving you and things like this? And what are you willing to compromise? But sounds like you want it over. Just be honest. Tell them, okay? Tell them how it feels and tell them what you want. Good luck. Valerie. Don't know where you're from, Valerie. I found so many more interests after abuse. I love my own company. I did isolate for a bit, but slowly came out of it. Yes, having interests is so important, especially for healing. Well, yeah, I mean, God, it's important for everybody, right? Gosh, self-interest. We tend to sacrifice our time and our space and our energy and our thoughts and stuff for other people too much. A lot of us do that. And so we need to have our own interests so that we become more of an interesting person, so the world becomes more interesting, so we meet people with common shared interests. Yeah, that's great. And you love your own company. Good, you should. You're in good company when you're by yourself. Hello, David. Cleveland, Ohio here. And your name's Dodger Stone. Hi. 3 questions. Can you teach someone to be socially normal? Well, probably not all people, you know. But yeah, sure you can. This is something that's ingrained in us, being social. Animals, that's the only reason we're here. We've evolved this far and come this far and this long because we are social animals, probably the biggest social animal in the world. So part of that is really just truly ingrained in us. A lot of our emotions and stuff like this are because of it. Our most important thing in our lives are our emotional needs by being social. So your next one, can one get function out of dysfunction? My friend, she sees a psychiatrist at the university, but only gets 15 minutes to talk, and mostly that's about meds. And that's so sad that psychiatry has literally, I know psychiatry is about medicine, but the psychiatrist that used to talk to the clients doesn't anymore. It's all about the medicine, and that means really we don't find a cure. Whether it's depression or anxiety or sleep problems, we need to talk. And almost all of this is just all emotional. And we need to talk with somebody and have somebody help us, you know? And drugs can maybe make us feel a little bit better when we're depressed, not make it feel so bad, maybe calm anxiety a little bit. But do you want to take drugs forever? And eventually drugs can even stop working, especially to a traumatized brain. Our sensors, our sensory, I can't think of the word, receptors may not work very well, and drugs may not work very well. We have to learn how to do this ourselves. And so your next question, and it's just so sad that 15 minutes with a psychiatrist just gives her more drugs. She needs to talk. She needs talk therapy. Talk therapy is number 1. I think everyone in the world can benefit from it. Number 3, are there any exercises to help overcome social awkwardness? Yes, and that answers kind of your number 1 on how. That's the how-to in your number 1. Can you teach someone to be socially normal? To be more socially, right? We need to communicate and try to get rid of our social anxiety. And so there's a couple things you can do. When you show up to places and start getting anxious, realize that you're in control, okay? We got to stop feeling like we have to do this and that for other people, should and shouldn't and all this stuff. We're in control. We pull up to a place in our car, say, and we get a little anxious, and then it starts to get worse as we get out of the car. I don't want to go in there. Then don't. Stop. Turn around. Go drive somewhere else. Come back. Try it again. Usually it's a little better. Go in and engage. Number 1, engage. You guys ever notice you're in a public setting, or even at your family, right? Our families, most of our families neglected us. And there's no worse loneliness than when you're around people, and that's from not talking, not engaging. And maybe you had a family that didn't ask you ever about, your opinion on anything, told you to shut up, didn't include you. It was all adult conversations and stuff like this. And that's where we kind of learn this. And so engage. That's number 1. Number 2, realize that everybody's a little self-conscious. Every single human is a social animal, and they want to be accepted by society. That's the most important thing in the world, that we are never exiled. That's our biggest fear. And so everybody wants to get along and be accepted, and everyone's a little self-conscious on their weight or how they look or the outfit they're wearing and stuff like this, okay? A little. Just try to understand that and accept that. I like an exercise that I get my clients to do that have GAD or social anxiety, and that is to take something, a computer, a book or something, work, and go in a social setting like a cafe, a restaurant, a library, things like this. Start going out in public more and just kind of being busy doing your own thing and being kind of more comfortable with just people around you. And eventually you kind of start tuning them out and not caring what they think. The more you're in those kinds of environments, the easier social anxiety gets. Okay? Hope that helps. Thank you. Callie Rose, Health and Beauty. You are right in time with this message. I just broke up with my ex for the 1000th time, but this time I really don't want to go back. Get support. Get support. Because I would imagine 1,000 times, I know you're being facetious. Maybe it was 100. Maybe 50, 40, 30 times. That takes some time. That probably has been a few years, yeah? You're wasting your life. You're wasting your life because that is so damaging. I can't even begin to tell you how much that's damaging your brain, your nervous system, your life, your future. We can't have happy relationships with anybody with relationships just like that. Just that alone, what you're saying. I don't even know anything else. Just that. You can't. You can't have anybody happy and healthy in your life. You won't get your emotional needs met in that relationship or any other ones that you're in right now. You can't meet Mr. Right as long as you have Mr. Wrong around. And this is causing you to be more and more dependent. It's making you more and more vulnerable, more and more weaker. And so get help, get support, hire it, okay? You are worthy of it. And it might be the only chance you have, really. If we're in these relationships, we typically don't have much supportive family or friends. Or they're just sick of it, Good luck. Good luck. Hi, David. Rory from Ohio. Hi. I have a question. The term fake it till you make it. I find that so hard. Absolutely difficult. Because it means I don't want to do it. Or I know it's good for me, but I don't want to do it. Right? I got to take this medicine that I need to save my life, but the side effects just are horrific and I don't want to do it. You said, I find that so hard. I feel like I'm just going through the motions. And is it really necessary? Yes. You ask your life if it's necessary, your future, your health, your mind, your brain, everything. Is it necessary? Are you necessary? Nothing. We don't have to do anything, Rory. The idea is to start reframing it and understanding that it is actually what we want to do. We want to get better. I want to be like this. I want to be able to enjoy this one day. And this is how we do it. Okay? And it's just, when people say they face their fears and stuff and depression, that's what we're doing. We're faking it till we make it. We're telling ourselves I love you even though I hate you. Some things just never get better, and maybe I just don't need them in my life. Maybe you can show me a different way to look at things. I hate faking anything. Sounds too much like future faking. Thanks, David. And I understand, Rory, and that is self-consciousness, right? That is self-awareness, isn't it? Because we have things that we need, we have things that we want, and then we feel like we have things all the time we have to do, and no, we don't. No, we don't. You don't have to work. You don't have to pay your bills. You don't need a home. Okay? So, you know, I was sitting the other day in a restaurant, and one of the servers came right up to a manager who was standing right next to me, which you don't do this, but was saying, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'd say, go home. She looks at me like, what? I'm like, go home. Why are you here? I have to be. No, you don't. Nobody. There is not one person that says you have to come to work today and be here. Call off, quit. Well, I don't want to. I got to pay rent and bills. No, you don't. You don't have to do that either. Don't you want to? Think of all the beautiful things you can do at home besides just shower and bathe and go to the bathroom and sleep and eat at a table. I mean, we're warm in the winter. We're cool in the summer. And I get so much flack when I say this too, from a lot of people. And it's just like, oh, whatever, David. No, maybe we're taking a lot of things for granted. Maybe. Go live out in the woods for a week. I've done it a lot longer than that. And you'll stop taking things for granted. You might just appreciate a little home. You might want to work really hard. Maybe if you have some goals and a plan in your life of things that you want and want to achieve and be somewhere else, maybe it gets easier to do these things because now you really want to. I want to go to work. I want to make more money. I want to get where I want to be, and I want to do this, and I want to pay all my bills, and I love my little home, and I don't love this home. I want to get this new home that I found, and that's what I want, and I will be so happy here. And so we reframe things, Rory, and you don't have to do anything. No, you don't. Maybe you need to. Maybe you want to. Okay? So, and it's not reframing. It's not faking it. It's being more self-conscious. Oh, I actually want to. I don't have to. I don't need it. I want it. And that's self-awareness. Okay? Good luck, Rory. You don't have to do anything. Okay? Nothing. Hi, Mr. Mars. I'm from Pennsylvania. Hello, 2 candles. I am wondering, how can one cope with being brutally discarded by the narcissist? We were engaged. She cheated on me with the father of her child. She stole my things, called me a stalker, told me she never loved me and to leave her alone. Then, for the cherry on top, she got married to the man she cheated on me with and now is having his baby. 3 years of my life I spent embedded in love. I felt towards her. I feel dumber, like my world isn't real anymore. I don't know what anything is for. I don't know why I got out of bed. I'm scared to death of ever trusting another woman again. To be frank, I wish that I could just fall off the face of the earth. Never have to experience anything ever again. She has made me juggle with the thought that earth is actually hell, where Satan is king and demons play. My mom killed herself 1 year later. I meet this girl 1 year later. I'm basically dead inside. And 1 year after that, my freaking 18-year-old dog dies. It's like everything was taken all at the same time. And now I'm just completely numb to anything. All I feel is anger, frustration, impatience, apathy, occasional sadness. It's rare, only cued by reminders of who I've lost. I find it really hard to have enough hope to want to stay here. Sorry for the length and thank you for your service. Get help. It sounds like you're asking, how do I do this? You're saying, I need help. That's what this message, all of this said. You could have just said, I need help. And I really want to apologize. I want to apologize for how people have treated you. I'm sorry for the abuse. I'm sorry for the trauma. Sad. I see this a lot. I'm sorry. There is help available for you. And when you believe that you are worthy of that help, you will go get it. I'm telling you guys, a lot of this we can't do by ourselves. It's not meant to be done by ourselves. It's not going to make you stronger by trying to isolate and do this by ourselves. You're just saying, I'm not going to get the help that I need. That's all. That's all you're doing. I'm just not going to get the help that I obviously need. I am really sorry for all of this. Awful. Trauma. This is trauma. You've been traumatized. That's what all these reactions are, and your thoughts and your feelings, and your hopelessness and your helplessness and your depression and your anxiety. I bet you're not sleeping well. I hope you're eating okay. There's a whole bunch we need to start finally doing and start finally learning. And once you learn how to have boundaries and healthy boundaries with people and start expressing ourselves, and you'll be able to manage relationships a little better so that your brain won't be so scared. But right now, your brain sounds like you're going through some depression, and your brain is going to be telling you that the world is bad and horrible, and don't leave, don't get hurt, stay alive. That's all that matters. And these are social problems. These are about relationships, and people got you here, and people will help you get out of here. I promise. Okay? You're not the only one. This isn't your fault, but you need help bad. Please get it. Please. There's not narcissist videos that are going to help you. There's nobody in the comment section that can give you the help that you need. Your friends can't give you the help you need, if you even have any right now. Your friends or your family, if they're talking to you, they can't help you. You need professional help, and there is help available for everybody, okay? Get it. You're worthy of it. Everyone is. So you are too. We're all equal. So I hope you get it so that you start feeling better and start healing from this awful stuff. And most of us, it doesn't happen again, yeah? Good luck. Keep asking me questions if there's anything I can help you with. But other than me diving straight in, and telling you right here how I help clients with all of this, you need professional help. You need to talk. You need to talk. You need to get this out. You need to learn. You need to understand what happened. And you need to know how to have relatable experiences with people, relationships, okay? And start having your emotional needs met, learning how to manage relationships, okay? All right, good luck. Monica Meza, don't know where you're from. What's weird is that he would tell his friends about his flings, that they friend request the girls on Facebook, but when it came to me, I didn't get anything. I knew that's a good thing, but it surprises me. So he would tell his friends, I don't know who he is, your boyfriend, would tell his friends about his flings, that they friend request the girls on Facebook, but when it came to you, you didn't get anything. I know that's a good thing, surprises me. And I'm not quite sure of what you're saying. I wrote down here, he cares what others think about him and is dependent on you for what he needs. And I came out with a video the other day about this. I hope that helps. But so he's bragging to friends about, it sounds like he's bragging to friends about his little flings, and he can get women on Facebook because I'm so cool, I'm good looking, I'm so, amazing, I'm so manipulative, whatever it is. And then he doesn't want you to know that. He wants, he's dependent on you for whatever it is. Hopefully you can learn what it is that he's dependent on you. I hope this relationship's over, Monica. But please elaborate on your question so I can help you better. Thanks. Kathy says, and I don't know where you are from, please. Oh, I live in Northern California. David, how do you pursue interest in new friends with this virus hysteria? You live in Northern California, and your county has been the most shut down and masked up for 2 years right after the divorce became final. Yikes. Yeah, California, you guys have a governor that is literally, I think, punishing you for questioning his authority. Yeah, I know it's pretty bad there. I have been in California, Nevada, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri, Louisiana, and Florida since the pandemic hit. I have, seriously. Spent time in all those states. And it really didn't matter where I was at or what I was doing. I could find things to do and interest, and I sought out my own interest and met people in almost every one of those states, new friends. And so I've gone from not much masking, not much of this or that, to California, most extreme. And I'm pursuing my interest in meeting people just fine. I know it's harder. I know You can't go to a bar and sit at a bar and meet someone right next to you, and that's probably a good thing. But you can go to meetups. You can find, once you do it, Kathy, you'll see what I mean. So like, I picked up a hobby, and by doing this hobby, I was able to make tons of little things that weren't cheap. That were cheap, and I started giving away, and I met people that way. You like riding your bike, you can go to a meetup group and find people that like to ride bikes with you. You don't need to wear a mask, not even in Northern California, when you're riding a bike outside, I'm pretty sure. I think. The state, anyways, doesn't mandate during exercise. But there's meetups. It's called Meetups, literally online. And there's meetups it's amazing how much meetups. There's meetups for every little electrical device that you can go out and ride, from scooters to bikes to little one-wheel things. There's meetups in almost every city across the country just for that alone. You can still there's still some places that might have lessons. You can still learn, if all you can do is learn a lesson at home, learn a lesson and go apply it on vacation, and now you're planning for a vacation. I always use Spanish, right? So say I sit at home and maybe there's no Spanish classes in community colleges or something, so I'm going to take the Spanish class at home. Okay, but my goal is to go visit Puerto Vallarta next spring, which you'll be able to, and you'll know Spanish. And then you can hopefully make plans with someone else to go there and maybe meet some other people, or go by yourself. You always meet more people when you're by yourself. It's possible. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay? I don't know what else much more to say than that. Good luck. Don't give up. Emily from South Africa. Hi, Emily. What can I do to keep my parents away? Now, I went through this whole thing. Is long. And you want to know how to keep your parents away, you just tell them, leave you alone. Stay away from me. When they say, no, I'm not going to, you say, yes, you will. If they come over, you call the police. I don't know how it is in South Africa, Emily, but I don't really know how else to help you. I really don't. If they're coming over because they pay for your rent, then you need to go get a job and pay for your own rent. Okay? There is no other way. And I don't know the laws in South Africa. Here in America, it doesn't matter who you are. You don't want someone to come over and bother you, call you and bother you. It's called harassment. They're not allowed to legally. So you just call the police. You call a lawyer, stuff like this. I don't know how else to help you, Emily. I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're out of the house at least. And if they're showing up, sounds like they're showing up from what I read, because maybe they pay your rent, then we need to get a better job, make more money, move somewhere else, get better living conditions, do a roommate type thing. For now, do whatever you got to do to keep them out of your life, because they are so freaking toxic. It's just so damaging. So how do you make your parents leave you alone? You tell them to leave you alone. They keep calling you, change your phone number. They keep coming to your house, move. Call the police. Okay? The abuse that you endure from your family is so extreme. The control is so extreme. It's going to take extreme measures to stop it. I'll have somebody say, I have somebody, threatening my life and stalking me and all this. And I'll be like, get rid of your Facebook. No, I like my Facebook. Okay, fine. Change your phone number. No, I've had it forever. Okay. How worried are you someone's going to kill you then? If you're, I like Facebook. Don't want to change my phone number. No, I don't want to take a different route to work. No, I've been renting this apartment forever. I don't want to move. Okay, then. Wish it. Pray. Christmas is coming. I'm sorry, Emily. I really am. I'm so proud of you for where you are now, out of that ranch, off that ranch. But how do you tell them? How do you do it? You tell them, don't come by here again. If they pay your rent and they feel like they can, because really, if they pay your rent here in America, they can't come by. If they've ever been allowed in your house and stuff like this, they can keep coming over. It might take more extreme measures with the law, but yeah. If you go get a job and go get your own place and don't tell them, and get your own phone and don't tell them, I don't know how else they can find you. And then at that point, they probably aren't allowed to legally show up at your place anyways. I don't know the laws in South Africa, and I'm really sorry, Emily. Keep asking me questions if there's a way I can help you more specifically. I just don't know how. Besides telling them don't. Okay? Good luck, Emily. Jennifer, I know I love Christmas alone, David. Not the same without your video. though. Thank you, Jennifer. And I'm still sorry you're alone, even though you enjoy it. It could be better with somebody else, or even a group of people. David and Jennifer again. David, would you, if you get time, explain the drama triangle, please? The drama triangle. It's basically a model for a more than two people group involved in codependent relationships. That's what it is. And what is a codependent relationship? Meaning that we have problems, we don't fix them, and we don't end the relationship. We just continue. So we need enablers, we need blamers, we need heroes, we need victims. And those are your three major roles to the drama triangle. You got your hero, you got your victim, and then you've got your what do they call that? Like the bad guy, the villain. And so you're going to have the hero that fixes. Now remember, we don't fix our problems. We don't address them. We blame and all this stuff. So you've got the hero that's going to only fix things on the surface. Never the true underlying problem. Right? We fight. It's the victim says to the hero, you kept me up all night by fighting and arguing and telling me all this BS about your feelings and blah, 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 blah. Right? And now I didn't get no sleep. And the hero says, oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'll go do all your chores today for you while you just go rest. It's like, well, what about all the problems that kept you up all night? No. Right? And then you have the villain that may blame everybody. You know, I don't have to do I have no responsibility in this relationship because you're the bad person. You made me do this, and you make me drink, and you make me not go to work yesterday, and you made me lose my job. And you know what I mean? And then you got the hero trying to fix it. Then you have the poor victim saying, yeah, but what about me? Everybody's picking on me. Nobody's helping me. And it's all about, I mean, this is the work model, career model, group model, where the individuals lose their consciousness, their self-awareness to the group. They give up their consciousness to the group, and they're just a member of their group. I just work here. Kind of like the secondary psychopath. And so I just work here, and, you know, everything's for the group and for us, and we protect all this kind of dependency and addiction. So no, but we don't fix it. We don't challenge each other too much. And when someone challenges you too much, I try to ignore it and fix the tiny little problems. And yeah, but what about me? Poor me. I mean, it's just, it's gross. It's gross. And you're going to find this, you're going to find this at work a lot. You're going to find this in treatment centers, hospitals, nurse care places. I mean, just, yeah. And toxic families. Big time. Toxic, narcissistic family dynamics. Willa from New Jersey. Hi, Willa. What are the signs you're in a one-way, non-mutual relationship? Sometimes it could be hard to see at first. Doesn't feel good. Period. Doesn't feel good. Emotional needs are the most important thing in our lives. We have these met by relationships with people. And so these relationships that we have with people either cause comfort or massive stress. My relationships are being met. My emotional needs are being met and it feels good and comfortable, or they're not being met and it feels stressful. It feels bad. It feels hopeless. It feels helpless. It feels anxiety. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. I'm resentful. I'm angry. Do you see that? These are emotions. We're in this relationship and this is how it feels. Okay. Very important. We're not working together. We are not equal. And so in codependent relationships, abusive relationships, traumatic relationships, we have a giver and a taker, and it's never equal, is it? We got somebody that drives the other person around because they don't want to get their license. They drive them to work. They drive them back. They take them to the doctors. They pay for the doctors because, well, if I can't, I can't go to work if I can't drive. And if I can't work, then I can't pay for this. And I can't do this and I can't do that. How does that feel? Right? Not equal. Now, relationships are going to have their own terms. And there is no real right or wrong way. Couples are bizarre, weird, aren't they? Some couples, people just get more weird when they get together. And so they'll come up with their own terms. And that's up to them. It's their business, right? But we got to have our emotional needs met. And it's got to be equal. And people say it takes 50-50 in a relationship. No, 50-50 makes one person. No. 100-100. I am 100% who I am. I know myself. I love myself. And I'm going to give 100% effort into this relationship. And so is the other person. And it gets to be pretty obvious when they are not. Isn't it, guys? We just ignore it. We just excuse it. We just get drunk. We just go bitch and complain to our friends. We just, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, Willa. You know when it's not. Those are the things that are hard to admit. Shame and guilt. It doesn't feel good. It's not equal. You're not getting what you need, right? And you can, you know, break it down financially. Men love to pay for dates more, and they shouldn't, really. It's just, if I pay every time we go out, I'm saying I'm not equal, right? Or I'm trying to make you not equal. And it doesn't work. Jennifer again. Hi, Jennifer from the United Kingdom. David, why am I highly intuitive? Thank you. Well, Jennifer, let's go by that you were raised neglected, and you were neglected relationships in your adulthood, narcissist, right? That's why you're here. Okay. That's what we're going by. And so, as a child, we can't protect ourselves. We can't manage stress. We can't get out of danger, remove ourselves, none of it. And so parents cause this kind of stressful environment to us. And so we're always expecting the worst. We're always waiting for the danger, especially when it's good. I say this a lot when I was a child. When things are good, oh God, that's when I get the more on alert. Where's the bad? It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Where's it coming from? Because if we can see it coming, we can maybe protect ourselves and dodge it and run and stuff like this. Okay. And I really believe that. But besides being intuitive about other people, and that's because your parents taught you to take all your attention and focus off yourself and put it on to the parents. And so you focus on the parents' emotions to please them, to make them happy. And you numb your own because it didn't feel good. Your entire childhood kind of sucked. It didn't feel very good. So we ignore ourselves, focus on other people. It's the empath. It's the ADHD. It's the anxiety and depression, all that crap. Okay? Hope that makes sense, Jennifer. And I think you already knew I was going to say that. Yeah. Good Mindfulness audio. Dropping Anchor by Russ Harris. He does a 40-second or longer. Jennifer recommends Dropping Anchor by Russ Harris. Maybe I'll recommend that next week to you guys. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you, everybody. Please keep asking questions. Please let me know what you think of my answers. Let's keep a little dialogue here. Okay, sometimes I don't understand your questions or have enough information. Sometimes you don't understand mine. Sometimes I skip them, forget them. Don't make sense. Keep asking me, okay? But no matter what, guys, love yourself first. I'll see you next week, okay? Bye.